for those of all you are present here, and for them who are going to watch us online, we welcome you all at Ananda Ashram. And today with us we have our brother, our Acharya brother, friend, Bharat. And Bharat came to India in 2010, and from that time onward, he's been traveling to many places in India and serving many projects with many other Guru Bhais in Ananda India, Ananda Worldwide, Ananda Online, and many more. That's what I know, but I'm sure there are many other Seva projects that he is serving with many others. He is our friend who has guided us thus far and brought us nearer to Swamiji's music through choir. And he also helps many of other Guru Bhais in Ananda India. So he takes care of Ananda music in India and helps every one of us to tune more deeper into Swamiji's music every time. So today we have him in Mumbai, and he also serves as a spiritual co-director of Ananda Chandika. And we are really looking forward. He's going to be with us from today onward, and these 4 days are going to be just music and Swamiji and Master even more deeper with all of us. So we welcome you, Bharat, and over to you.
Thank you, Miyagi. I do want to welcome all of you here and whoever is online. Always a joy to come to different places to meet people, some for the first time, some for many times. Yes. What a blessing Master has given us through Swamiji to have this wonderful spiritual family that we can help each other and learn from each other different things that we all share. It so happens too that for whatever reason, I'm involved with the music, but we always find something to learn from Guru Bhais everywhere because we all carry something special, that we are all unique in one particular way. As Swamiji used to say, we are all specialized in being ourselves, and nobody else can be us ever in this entire creation, and not the egoic self, but the soul self. And at soul self, we all carry different things with us, and that's what in Ananda we of course try to share with one another. So that was quite philosophical. Let's sing. Let's do one of our great chants from Swamiji. Lord, I am thine, be thou mine. From I remember in Mumbai, people like to sing along, and I expecting to hear some nice feedback coming from the audience. So. Be thou mine, oh, be thou mine, be thou mine, oh, be thou mine. I am thine, be thou mine, oh, be thou mine, be thou mine, oh, be thou mine. I am thine. Be thou mine, oh, be thou mine, be thou mine, oh, be thou mine. I am thine. Be thou mine, oh, be thou mine, be thou mine, oh, be Sit up straight. Feel the essence of this chant from our hearts, offering ourselves to God and Guru in reverence, with devotion, with gratitude. Feel that they are already with us. Leave that awareness, let's pray. Heavenly Father, Divine Mother, Friend, beloved God, Jesus Christ, Babaji Krishna, Lahiri Mahashaya, Swami Sri Yukteswar, beloved Guru,
beloved Guru,
Paramahansa Yogananda,
Paramahansa Yogananda,
saints of all religions,
saints of all religions,
beloved friend and guide,
beloved friend and guide,
Swami Ananda,
Swami Priyananda,
humbly we bow before you,
humbly we bow before you, Lord.
Divine Mother,
Divine Mother,
help us to open our hearts,
help us to open our
to
hearts,
receive your presence,
to receive your presence,
to express your light
to express your light
in all that we do.
in all that we do.
Help us today
Help us today
as we gather in your name
as we gather in your name
to feel you
to feel you
through music,
through music,
through each other's presence,
through each other's presence,
deep in our hearts.
deep in our hearts.
We are yours.
We are yours. Om.
So I am the Lord, make me to see for a few moments. We want to see this all in the sea. We want to see this all in the sea. And the Lord in the sea. I'm the Lord in the sea. Make me the sea, oh make me the sea. Make me the sea, oh make me the sea. We want to see this all in the sea. We want to see this all in the sea. I am the Lord, make me the sea. I am the Lord, make me the sea. So do thou my Lord, so do thou my Lord. Thou and I ever abide, thou and I ever abide. We want to see this song in the sea. We want to see this song in the sea. I am the Lord, make me the sea. I am the Lord, make me the sea. Make me the sea, oh make me the sea. Make me the sea, oh make me the sea. We want to see this all in the sea. We want to see this all in the sea. I am the Lord, make me 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 the sea. Make me the sea, oh make me the sea. Make me the sea, oh make me the sea. We want to see this all in the sea. We want to see this all in the sea. I am the Lord, and make me the sea. I am the Lord, make me the sea. Make me the sea, oh make me the sea. Make me the sea, oh make me the sea. We want to see this song in the sea. We want to see this song in the sea. I am the Lord, make me the sea. I am the Lord, make me the sea. So thou, thou, I know. So thou, I am the Lord, make me the sea. I am the Lord, make me the sea. few minutes to meditate now. You can go invoke the presence, the masters for you, the divine mother, all them using the energy of the channels, offering your devotion at the point between the eyelids. Keeping your eyes closed, I will read a few words from Swamiji about Swamiji's music. In 1964, Swami Ananda was inspired to introduce a new kind of music to the world. Music that expresses spiritual aspiration and a desire for a more meaningful way of life. This music is, as its purpose suggests, quite simple, yet beautiful. The music has been performed in many countries and has inspired many thousands of people with a new and more uplifted view of life itself. In some ways, it transcends even the best classical music of our culture, for it offers transcendent meaning instead of only describing a graceful way of life. There are three things that make music what it is: melody, harmony, and rhythm. I'll just read that a little bit. Melody is an expression of aspiration. In modern music, because it is fashionable nowadays to proclaim that life is without meaning, there is dearth of high aspiration, and therefore of beautiful or inspiring melodies. In this music, we would like to bring you the melodies that are simple but uplifting. They express soul aspiration and a desire for a more uplifted life in every aspect of man's existence. In this music, there is no attempt at sophistication. We believe rather in the words of Jesus Christ, who said, "Suffer little children to come unto me, for of such is the kingdom of God." Let's just meditate for a few more moments. Shanti, Shanti. Well, very good evening once again to everyone and everyone online. And what a better way to start today than by singing a song together. This song is called There's Joy in the Heavens, and I'm sure many of you are familiar with it. It's on page 57 for those who have the book. And if you don't have, Mia will give you one.
Yes.
If you know the song, please sing enthusiastically. If you don't know the song, try your best to be enthusiastic still and try your best to sing along.
There's joy in the heavens.
There's joy in the heavens, a smile on the mountains, and melody sings everywhere. The clouds are laughing to welcome the morning, your soul is as free as the air. The clouds are laughing to welcome the morning, your soul is as free as the air. Home in the sunshine, dance through a meadow, or sit by a stream and just be. The wind of the water will gather your worries and carry them down to the sea. The wind of the water will gather your worries and carry them down to the sea. And hunger for freedom, but don't see the dungeon, is only the thought that they're bound. Besides other shackles, the hope that tomorrow the doorway to joy will be found. Besides other shackles, the hope that tomorrow the doorway to joy will be found. There's joy all around us, why wait till tomorrow? We've only this moment to live. A heaven within us is ours for the finding, a freedom no riches can give. A heaven within us is ours for the finding, a freedom no riches can give. There's joy in the heavens, a smile on the mountains, and melody sings everywhere. The flowers are all laughing to welcome the morning, your soul is as free as the air. The flowers are all laughing to welcome the morning, your soul is as free as the air. The flowers are all laughing to welcome the morning, your soul is as free as the air. Very well done, everyone. Well done. Now, stand doesn't work. Anyway. All right. So this song, I really exemplifies what Swamiji was saying in that little note that I read at the beginning. If you heard how he wanted to create music that transcends, is transcendental, basically. And that's why you cannot categorize it in any way of classical music, this kind of music. Even you cannot make it as spiritual music or meditation music as much. It really tries to go beyond all these things. And we will explore this topic of Ananda music a little bit today. And why is it important for us to tune into it? and even better, like you just did, to sing it. I think we all know that phrase, the channel is blessed by what flows through it, and it is the same with the music. And we will go into that a little later. I know it's, for some people it's like, oh no, not singing, please. But we will go into that later. Now, I just wanted to introduce a little bit, uh, well, first about this song, that it is amazing for me. This is a very light song. Would you think so? How do you feel after singing this song?
Very, very.
I hope good, yes, or uplifted or whatever it may be. And I think you can tell it's a very light song, isn't it so? You all have the lyrics, so you can even get the meaning of the words more than if I only sang it myself. And this song came to Swamiji once that he was driving, and he was to go to a meeting, and he was pouring cats and dogs, like monsoon in Mumbai, and we all know that sometimes it gets very crazy. And he was getting a little frustrated because of that he was getting late. And at some point he caught himself and he said, wait a minute, if I cannot have good weather outside, at least let me have good weather inside. And immediately this song came to prove that joy in the heavens. And all Swamiji songs, they can also be used as sort of antidotes, or in order to help you generate a certain vibration, a certain mood, get you out of moods. And I think you all can imagine that this song, yes, even if you are going through a mood, if there's bad weather inside in that case, well, let me change that weather into good weather. And but being such a light song, it's amazing how much meaning Swamiji has put in the words of this. Now, not all of Swamiji's songs will have very profound words. Some of them are very silly. There's one that is little Kathy went dancing. When she danced out in the garden, she met a robin. They both danced together. A very childlike song. You cannot say it's very profound, but this particular one manages to be light and very profound. That third verse, men hunger for freedom but don't see their dungeon. It's only the thought that they're bound. That one thought is keeping us bound. Desires have their shackles. Hope that tomorrow the doorway to joy will be found. He basically describes what all of us are going through. Yogis, less so than worldly people, I guess you could say, because at least intellectually, we understand that things outside of ourselves are never going to fulfill us. However, we are not saints yet, and we still go for things outside of ourselves to try to feel some sort of joy. But that's never going to work. And then in the next verse, he goes, there is joy all around us. Why wait till tomorrow? There is only this moment to live. Desires in one way is saying, my happiness will come in the future when I fulfill something. The other one is telling us, no, joy is right here, right now. Isn't it amazing? In such a light song, he touches something so deep. Basically, that's the main problem of humanity right now. That we are all trying to chase in the outside for something that we will never, ever find. Yet, most people, when they sing this song, I doubt they are actually thinking of the meaning of the words, because you are just very much engrossed in the melody. The melody, as we read a little bit about melody, is basically the succession of notes. In Door of My Heart, Door of My Heart, so that particular melody. When he talks, I didn't read what he says about harmony, but in this music sometimes we sing harmony, which means there is that main line of singing, and sometimes people will sing something different to complement the melody. So instead of saying door of my heart, together they make a unison, something that is more full, you could say. And it's a way that people sing in the West. I know in India, it is only due to Western influence that this has come. In India, the concept of melody was always there. In fact, you see bhajans and all this, usually just one person singing and very improvised and all that. That's the melody. That's the soul aspiration towards something higher. Of course, that's the idea. I think we understand that in this day and age, uh, most music will not give you soul aspiration. Most music will not give you much, actually, but a lot of music will take your peace away. Or you do what it is said here that it will give you more desires, actually. And that whole topic of music and how it affects us, of course, maybe we'll get a little bit into that. Let's see. Now, I wanted to tell you all a little bit how this music came about. I'm sure some of you are aware, some of you may not be aware. But why this is so important? Because Swamiji would always say that he did not create this music, he did not compose this music, he received it. It came from a higher realm and he just expressed it in a way that we all could understand, we all could feel. And basically, as you know, he was part of SRF for some time, and then uh, he went out of SRF, and he, of course, wanted to serve his guru in any way that he could. And once he was in the park, and Swamiji was very musical. Now, just a little parenthesis here. I didn't know almost anything about music when I came to Ananda. Okay, so there is hope for everyone, you know. I knew almost nothing of music. I just sang in the shower like most people, and that was it. But of course, being in Ananda, everybody becomes a musician or an artist in some way or the other, in the higher way of the word artist. But nevertheless, Swamiji was very musical. He was really from past incarnations, but even just in this incarnation, when he was young, he played the piano, he used to sing. In fact, he used to sing very, very well, and his singing teacher at some point told him that I'm only living for one thing alone, to see you become a great singer, a famous singer. And Swamiji was always feeling a little sad because he said, I didn't want to be a great singer. So after the lady told him that, he stopped going. And he always felt a little sad for the lady, but that was not his fault. It was before he came into the path that he was already trying to find deeper meaning in life. And he didn't want just to become a good singer. What is that? And what is there even to sing? And with that thought, what is there even to sing? So after he had been with Yogananda for, after Yogananda passed away, and he had been a monk for probably around 20 years or so. Yeah, probably 20 years, almost 20 years. He was trying to find ways to serve his guru before Ananda got started. And he was in a park, and because of his musical hearing, he could tell that there were a couple young men singing in the park. They were singing very badly. They were out of tune, basically. And then and this is how Swamiji was. If I were to see that in the park, I'd say, okay, good for them, and I just keep going. More of that introverted side of me will come and let them be, whatever. But Swamiji was always expanding, and he said, would you like me to sing for you? And he sang some kind of string low street chariot. I heard it a couple of times. It's sort of spiritual or religious song, and the people really liked it. The two men said, wow, he sings so beautifully. Would you like to give a concert in our church? And Swamiji being Swamiji, he said yes. Or in a party, sorry, I think it was. And then, because he obviously could not go and sing bhajans there, he knew a lot of Bengali chants, Sanskrit chants, Masters chants, but what are you going to do with that in a US party? And so he sang the same song again. And somebody from there invited him later to give, why don't you sing a concert in our church? And again, I really take my hat off to Swamiji because he said yes right away. And he was in this predicament that, but what will I sing? I cannot sing bhajans. And most classical music sounds good, but it doesn't have any deeper meaning. I used to listen to, in my teens and all that, like many people go through this, to watch Japanese anime and all these things. And you see that Japanese music, and they, so good, it sounds so good, and it's so nice. And but we have no idea what it says. We just hear them, oh, yes, yes, wow. And many of the classical music is like that. The Italian opera and everything. Oh my God, the things they say sometimes about people killing each other, betraying each other. We listen to it and, oh, it sounds so beautiful. But we don't know what they're actually saying. And so so he was like that. I said, well, Master, how can, and I always said, Master, how can I serve you better? How can I do this for you? And he said, then the idea came, oh, maybe I can compose my own music. And he said, the moment he thought that, a melody came to him. His first song is called Farther Away Than the Stars. I have a love that's far away, farther away than the stars. And to prepare for that concert, he, I think, composed like 5, 6 different songs. And even more, his brother had a guitar lying around. And in like a week or 2 weeks, he taught himself how to play the guitar and play some of these songs. That, of course, they could not be, he said he didn't play it that well, but nevertheless, he could not also do very, Indian songs or songs that he actually had to do songs that were very universal. And some of those songs we will sing throughout the weekend, but nevertheless, and that's how his music career started. But the interesting thing is that, and he encourages all to do this. He said that all he had to do to compose a piece of music, he had to tell Divine Mother, okay, Divine Mother, I want a melody that expresses this quality, this quality, this quality, give it to me. And it will come to him. Now, I challenge you to try that, not only with music, but with other things. Just test Divine Mother and open yourself to receive that inspiration. And the melody, which is that main music that we talked about, that will come instantly to him. The harmonies and everything else maybe took a little more time, and the words also took a little more time. That he was so good with words that he used to find the rhymes and everything to make it flow nicely and poetic. So that is to say that this music, that's why he said this music is not his music. And he was a little shy sometimes when, I don't think shy is the right word, but people would ask him, what is your favorite music? And he had to say, my own. But I say that because I know it's not my music. It was given to me by God. So that's a little background of the music. Now, I wanted to ask you to tell me, what has been your experience of the music? Now, there's the chants in one side, but there's also this other music that at the cafe gets played all throughout. I think it's mostly or only instrumental music, but I'm sure you've heard different people singing or had on YouTube, or you have purchased some of the albums. What has been your experience with Ananda music? Not only me, I think this.
But for me, it's been a very, very, I would say right now, like a life changer in some ways, because I was totally not into singing and into playing any instrument. And the chants, first when I started, the chants were like a very big draw of coming to every, as much events, satsangs, because of the chanting. And later on, I started hearing the choir performing, and that just kind of blew me away. So there was a desire to learn the harmonium, to be able to play, sing the chants. And I started experiencing my master said when he said that, it's half the battle. Maybe I still don't fully appreciate it, but at least I'm
Right.
scratching the surface there.
That's wonderful. And I think you've been in Assisi also, right? Ananda
Yes,
Assisi.
yes, yes.
And over there,
Yeah.
they have very good
Yes,
choir.
yes,
So
yes.
it can be intimidating sometimes, I suppose, if we want to start singing. Okay, very good. Thank you, Golu. Others? Yes.
I've experienced that sudden shift in the weather inside so many times. Especially one instant I remember I was on the road stuck in traffic and I was really in a bad mood. Why do I have to go there and do this? And I was really cursing. And then for some reason I started humming "Oh Master May Thy Joy Fill Our Days." And instantly filled with joy. Was filled with joy. Like everything changed.
Nice.
Yeah, and then there've been other times. It's magical.
Right. That's very good. Actually, I lived in Pune mostly and in Mumbai for a few years only. But we have a friend in Bangalore. I, if you believe it, that Bangalore traffic is even worse than Mumbai. It's quite crazy to think. In fact, this friend says that because of the traffic, when a couple times a week when he goes to work, he actually rents a hotel room near his work, so he doesn't have to go back home and then come back again. It's crazy. I have become very spoiled now because in Chandigarh, traffic is very, very minimal. But it's very funny because I was also used to Pune, Mumbai, and in the past 1 hour traffic, 2 hours, it was okay. I could live with that when I used to live here. Now in Chandigarh, it's amazing. People, if it's 20 minutes away, it's good. If it's 25 minutes away, too far away. I have become like that also now, which is a little troubling. In fact, I thought like from the airport I just take the taxi straight to Mud, and I saw 1 hour 20 minutes. Oh god! So I just went through the jetty because I remember it takes much less time. But anyway, this friend, and I think we all have done this at some point. At some point in 2013 and all, she knows very well. We used to come every weekend from Pune to Mumbai to give classes, and sometimes at night, that expressway with all the trucks and all, it's actually quite dangerous. That sometimes they just come onto you like this. But we had long sojourns and Swamiji's music, singing the music. It actually can become a blessing if you treat it like that. I used to also from our Pune community to the Pune land, I used to be in the bike, and I used just to plug headphones, just listen to music, and the drives can become blissful if we let them become blissful. So, very good point. And this friend of ours in Bangalore, he actually started using his commute as a satsang, listening to Swami's talks, listening to the music, and again, it actually becomes a sadhana, which it should become a sadhana. Anyway, some others experience briefly. Yes.
I find it very uplifting, and I find myself a step closer to deeper meditation. For example, if I would listen to music or do some chanting, it makes me feel uh, deeper in my focus, attention towards meditation, and I'm able to sit longer. And the experience is very deep and long
Okay.
with the help of music.
Correct. Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now, the topic for today, which maybe I should have said at the beginning, is Ananda music for spiritual unity. And Swamiji has many times said that Ananda music, the music, let's call it, it's like the blood of Ananda. It's that thing that keeps Ananda together. In fact, once to Ashanaya Swami, he said that when many of you may know in Christmas we play some of the oratorium music, which is basically like 42 pieces of music that Swamiji composed on the life of Christ. It's very beautiful. I wish that one day we can perform that fully here in India. It takes like an hour or so. We don't have the singers yet, but eventually. And it's a whole experience. You are there for an hour listening to this transformative music. And in one of the breaks, Swamiji started telling Ashanaya Swami, because I think all of you must be aware that Master told Swamiji, you have a great work to do. And when Master passed away, Rajarsi once told him very quietly, Master has a great work to do through you, Walter, and he will give you the power, the strength to do it. And in that occasion, Swamiji said, when Rajarsi told me that, I think he was referring also to this music he told at that time. At some point, he's told also the people that have come to Ananda are also part of the strength. But that's a very big statement. And it is a very wonderful thing that no matter where you travel in Ananda, the music unites us like nothing. Of course, our gurus unite us, but even the guru, there is so many parts of Kriya. There is so many people who think Yogananda as being the great avatar or Lahiri or whoever it may be. Even between YSS and Ananda, you will feel a very big difference. And that's because the spirit of Ananda that makes Ananda what it is. And most of that spirit is carried through the music. So wherever you go, and that's one of the wonderful things I encourage you all that travel to other Ananda centers whenever you get the chance. Because what we have in any one city is one expression. The expression will change wherever you go. The essence is always the same, but the expression changes. And so it is abroad. You will see in Italy it's a little chaotic, many things we feel. The heart is going like this, and it in my mind is a little like too much out there, when in the singing and all that. But that's my personal thing. I resonate much more with the Indian way that we do things here. In America, it's very different, very organized and very systematic, but also very deep what they have, especially in Ananda village. But wherever you go, you can sing this music and just connect immediately with everyone around you. And that is such a huge blessing, because if we didn't have that, even from, let's say, from the ashram to Worli, the difference could be tremendous of how that vibration gets expressed. Now, I ask you all, what is Ananda? What is Ananda? Is this Ananda?
Yeah.
He's saying no, so why? What is Ananda?
Place
He's saying
cannot-
yes, he's saying no.
Place cannot be the concept of Ananda. Ananda is a concept where we can live our highest potential and express it. It's the boulders and walls cannot be confined on. It's like a home, and what we call a place is a house.
All right. Thank you. Very nice. Any other thoughts? Some good things to think, to ponder about sometimes, to meditate upon. I agree with both of you. This is Ananda, and this is also not Ananda. Ananda really gets created. Somebody put it very beautifully. When devotees meet together in that spirit of Ananda, in that energy of Ananda, they create Ananda wherever they are. They create that, and then maybe when they depart, that goes back into the ether, that goes back into the astral world, to be expressed again wherever we meet. So this is also Ananda, because we all meet here. We have created this together, and we keep creating Ananda. We keep creating that vibration, that energy. Ananda, really, it is an energy. That's why we call it a movement, because it's an energy. And all the buildings may be gone, but Ananda will remain, because Ananda is carried to the people. That is why it's called Ananda, I suppose, because we all know that the true joy is within each one of us. So now when we come to the music of Ananda, we have to understand that this music, we make a mistake of only calling it music. But yet, because we play the instruments, we sing and all that, we call it music, because that is the expression that it has taken. Swamiji once said that when giving a lecture, when talking to people, he uses words to carry consciousness. Words are just a carrier of consciousness, of his consciousness, which was Master's consciousness. Obviously, when giving a talk, he's not going to be like, I'm just sitting like that, blessing people, take my consciousness, take my consciousness. Very few people will be able to receive. First of all, he will not even be like this, he will probably just be sitting and meditating. But very few people will be able to receive. Therefore, through his speech, through the voice, he could carry the consciousness of Master, Yes, saying things that make sense and things that are spiritual and things that will help you go deeper, nevertheless. But the main thing he was doing was sharing consciousness. And he tried to tell all people in Ananda to do the same thing. Share consciousness above all. And whatever we do is just a way to share consciousness. And music is the same way. Music is just an expression of a high consciousness. As we said it earlier, that Swamiji received something, but in order to put it in this world, you need to give it a form. Isn't it so? Again, very few people will be able to tune into anything if there is not a certain form. So the form that that high experience took was the music. It is very interesting, but sometimes think the first time you heard a chant, especially when you were new and enthusiastic on the path, Door of My Heart. I think it's one of the best, the chant that everybody enjoys the best, Door of My Heart. Remember that first time or second time that you, maybe the first time it was too much of a shock for you, I don't know. The second time, how did you feel? Or the first time you heard almost any of the chants, how do you feel? Probably energy was just like, wow. Now, I've been on the path maybe around 15 years. How many times have I heard Door of My Heart and sang Door of My Heart? In the hundreds, probably. Do I feel the same way? I would like to say yes, but I don't. Because I'm not giving it always, not always, I say, that same energy as I gave it the first time. But with every chant, why were some people like Swamiji and all the great people that we have in Ananda, they've been able to sing these chants for 50 years and not get bored? Then let's borrow some chants from some other path. It's because they are not just songs, they are consciousness. And consciousness is ever new. And we make it ever new. So in theory, every chant we should take it deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. And I feel like, yes, I have taken some of the chants deeper. Although I always enjoy that feeling of the first time that you sang it. And it may be a good thing for us to do, sometimes to think of that and try to bring that. And Ananda music is the same way. Because it is not meant just to be sung with a beautiful voice, with a beautiful instrument. All those things help. Because if the form is more beautiful, it helps us because we are all still attached to form. If this beautiful altar wasn't there, it was just like a little table with a candle and a picture, it will not be as uplifting. We will not feel as uplifted. So that form helps. So it is that singing it well helps as well. But if you have devotion, if you see a picture of Master in the middle of anywhere, you will feel, good. So it is that it really doesn't matter on our voices or how well are we able to do it. It just matters what we give it. And that is something that everybody can do. Every single person who is here, who is there, who may watch this, can sing this music and should sing this music. Because it just transforms you from within, because you are tuning into a consciousness. It's a consciousness that is of Ananda, yes. It is of Swamiji, but what are these things? Expressions of Master. That's what they are. There is no difference, really. So if you are able to let the music flow through you by listening to it, but also by singing it, you will see that your connection with Master, that unity, will be so much more strong. Now, the music also, it has a big advantage over the chants. The chants, we use them mostly to go into meditation. They are a very wonderful way for us to bring our energy to the spine, uplift that energy, right? Obviously, also during Seva days and other things, we also do the chants, but it's a little bit different. Community's music, though, I like most of it. I like to see it as meditation in action because it's something that we can very easily carry into our day-to-day life, like Srinivas did, but many other people do. And it will teach us how to be in this world, how to act in this world, but yet be in our centers. Whereas the chance usually is more how to withdraw completely from this world and go into meditation and uplift our energies. So, to conclude, I would really like to encourage you all now, this weekend, at any time that you can, to give it a try because I can conclude with this. We all know the Bhagavad Gita and the Battle of Kurukshetra, right? And I think all of you are aware of the allegory of the Gita of Master explained how all the Pandavas are inner qualities, uplifting qualities, the Kauravas, the down-pulling qualities, right? Everybody is versed with all of that. It is very easy for us to say that I want all Kauravas to be dead. Only Pandavas are in my inner kingdom now. Very easy to say. Anger, out. I don't want any of that. Jealousy, no chance. And we have many other things like that. Very easy for us to say that, right? But the thing is that the Kauravas were not just 3, 4, 5 like the Pandavas, there were hundreds. In fact, it says they're like difficult to count, countless. Because we all have something that is, well, I like to listen to, and I don't mean to say anything to anyone, I like to listen to my Bollywood music. I don't listen to it, so I'm generalizing. I have no idea of any artist, I just say, or my rock and roll music, That, I know that's a Kaurava, or I think it's a Kaurava. He can stay for now. He can still be a part of me. And there is little subtle things like that we all have. But when it comes to music, because we tend to think it's all about my taste, we are a little more lenient. We have to more and more try to let go because Swami's music puts you in touch with Om. Remember that what Master said? I think maybe most of you must know the Om technique that we teach. I don't know. Master said that the Om technique, Om vibration, is the easiest way to connect with God. Even though the Om technique seems to be the most difficult technique to actually practice well. But anyway, that's what Master said. And the Om vibration has the power to transform you like nothing else. Maybe God's bliss comes before that. Well, these songs are in tune with the Om vibration. The Om vibration created everything. This is Om, that is Om. Om vibration manifests as light and sound, as we know, but also as all of creation. So yes, there's aspects of Om that are not uplifting, like we see in this world as well. But the more direct aspect of Om, as we know, are the sound and sight. And sound, Master says, even more so, because it has more impact in us right away. So this music will give us soul unity, because it's in tune with Om. Through this music, you trace your way back to Om. Through rock and roll or some other music that I don't know the names, you trace your way back to E. So as much as you can remember, it is not a matter of liking or not liking, because whatever is of the soul, you will enjoy. It is a matter of giving it energy. When I started in Ananda, I didn't particularly resonate with the music, I have to be honest. At least not many of them. Some of the chants I did from the very beginning. Some of the music, not so much. But the more I started listening to it, and also the more I started changing myself, the more I saw the power of it. And I think it comes to all of us at some point, that when we start changing ourselves, we understand from within how this helps us, how this transforms us. And then when we listen to some of those songs we used to listen to, those Kauravas are still like bothering us a little bit. Now I can let it go as well. So use these are very accessible tool that we have to be in touch with our higher self, to be close to that unity of our higher self. Don't waste it. Use it as much as you can. There's over 400 pieces, so you will not get bored. All right. And I would like to conclude by also singing one more song together. Let's do this one. It's called Join in Prayer. Join in Prayer. I don't know which page it is. It's a very, very simple song.
Page 32.
Thank you. Now, I think this song it also shows the power of community. That together, alone, we have little light, little drops of water. And when we come together, we can make a big search and a big impact in this world. That's the power that we have when we come together. So let's sing it a few times. Let's see if I remember. Join in prayer, we worship Thee. Rays of light that sing the sun. Many drops to make us see. Love's our love when joined as one. Love's our love when joined as one. Together. Join in prayer, we worship Thee. Rays of light that seek the sun. Many drops to make us see. Love's our love when joined as one. Love's our love when joined as one. Want to hear everyone? Joined in prayer, we worship Thee. Rays of light that seek the sun. Many drops to make us see. Love's our love when joined as one. Love's our love when joined as one. One more time, a little louder. Joined in prayer, we worship Thee. Rays of light that seek the sun. Many drops to make us see. Love's our love and joined as one. Love's our love and joined as one. Well done, everyone. Now I would like you to take you much more into leading some of the music and taking it from within. And I think we may have more opportunity for this in maybe in the cafe and on Sunday as well. Thank you all so much for joining. Hope you enjoyed and it was helpful for all of you. And that more than anything, that will inspire you to actually give it a try. I think we have a meditation now for those who wish to stay. Yeah, right.